Hello, this is Ashley from Ashley's Pony Stable, and I wanted to quickly talk about, discuss, and review the Season 2 first special, the BlockyWockies, or as I like to call it, Season 2 Episode 0 Undefined. Yeah, before we really get into the video, I wanted to talk about how Hasbro cannot go a single week without messing up. The actual episode is called the BlockyWockies. If you look at the credits to the episode, it says that. But for some reason, the YouTube upload, at least at the time where I viewed it, just said Season 2 Episode 0 Undefined. I'm assuming that's a placeholder title for all of their uploads before they hit publish, but they really can't go a full week without messing up, huh? So I kind of had to put them on blast for that. And the special was good, so this is going to be an unscripted little video where I just kind of give my all over the place thoughts on the special. Why am I doing this? Because the special has a lot more to talk about than the average 5-minute Tell Your Tale episode. Luckily, the special was actually about my favorite Gen 5 character, Izzy. I really liked the special, I really liked the focus on Izzy, I really loved the animation and how everything looked. The fast snappy pacing was great, the songs were fantastic, especially the one right at the end, Let Your Magic Run Wild, and I really loved the board trot. There's a lot of really cool stuff happening in this special. It's not the most deep special to analyze, at least from my point of view as someone who doesn't really do lore, world building, or theory crafting, and I think it's pretty well done and very interesting. I was wondering how a longer form Tell Your Tale thing would look in regards to pacing, and the answer was it feels like a 20-minute Tell Your Tale episode. If you like Tell Your Tale, then this is more of that. If you do not like Tell Your Tale, this isn't going to change your mind. This wasn't a huge story-focused episode. We did get some story pieces here and there, like with the Nova Charm and Allura, but generally it's more of it feels more like an episodic character-focused episode. But that's not a bad thing, I really like that. We're going to be getting 4 of these specials throughout this year, I believe, although that might be subject to change with how inconsistent Hasbro are. And yeah, this one focused on Izzy. I like that it showed a bit of her loneliness a bit more. Obviously, Misty is the one that most people go to when they think of G5 main 6 characters that struggle with loneliness. But I've always thought about Izzy, especially in the first movie, where she's the one to kind of create the inciting incident by deciding to go to Maritime Bay and make new friends in the first place. And then, of course, in later episodes of Make Your Mark and Tell Your Tale, like the ones where she creates Senior Butterscotch, and the first arc of the comic, which focuses extensively on this loneliness. To me, Izzy has always been a very lonely character, and she's kind of been so silly and wacky as a way of coping with that. And I like that this special kind of delved into that a little bit more. That was really nice to see. It was really cool to see the main 6 actually care about her struggles. When she opened up about her quote, BlockyWockies, the main 6 seemed genuinely concerned, even if they didn't fully seem to understand what she was talking about, because Izzy is just confusing that way and she doesn't explain things the best. To me, obviously, she was explaining art block, and it was really interesting to see how they dealt with that. It was cool to see a show like this deal with that, actually, because obviously as an artist myself, I could relate to parts of this episode. The moral of kind of going out and enjoying life and doing things in the real world as a way of getting inspiration rather than forcing yourself to work all the time, I felt was a really nice little message. Not the most revolutionary one in the world, but it was very cute to see, and I think they executed on it very well. Throughout the special, Izzy uses the Nova Charm to visit a bunch of different places, Starlight Ridge and the Dragonlands and unnamed Seapony place. I didn't catch a name for it anyway when I was watching it my second time around and taking notes. But she meets Destiny, a Seapony, as well as Stardance, and the Dragonlands she just meets with the dragons we've already seen, like Blaze. She goes on these little like mini adventures with them where she dances with Stardance, she takes like a leap of faith with Blaze, and Destiny, the Seapony, teaches her how to do like braids. I thought these little moments and interactions were very cute and fun. They weren't exactly the most deep in the world, but they didn't need to be. I thought Destiny was really cool. I really like her design. Design-wise, she might be my favorite Seapony already. Her voice tripped me up a lot though. I watched the special twice, first to just watch and enjoy it, and a second time to take notes for the video, and both times I was like, I recognize this person's voice. I recognize Destiny's voice. I wonder who she's played by. So the second time around, I read the end credits to the episode to keep an eye out for who she was voiced by, and she was voiced by someone called Athena Carcanus. And the moment I read this, I started laughing out loud. And if you know as much about Gen 5 as I do, then you probably also started laughing out loud. Because Athena Carcanus is a voice actress I'm very familiar with. But I didn't think that she was the one I recognized when I heard Destiny, because she is also the voice of Opaline. And that is hilarious to me, that Opaline and Destiny have the same voice. She really does have a lot of range. I mean, for a long time now, I've always felt Athena Carcanus is one of the most talented voice actresses to work on My Little Pony. She brings a lot to Opaline. I think Opaline would be a far less interesting character without her. And it made me extremely happy to see her still around in My Little Pony, even after Opaline's demise, ? It was just really funny to see how much range she has, because I don't hear Opaline when Destiny speaks, and that was really cool. On a similarly related note, Stardance, who is another character Izzy runs into, is actually voiced by the same actress as Allura, who is also in this episode, which is a neat little connection that both of the two characters Izzy runs into for the first time in this episode are voiced by other villains. I really hope we get toys of Destiny. In fact, I really hope we get toys in general. The end section of this episode was absolutely fantastic. The song, Let Your Magic Run Wild, that played as Izzy was creating the board trot, was incredible. But also the last few minutes of this, in fact a lot of this special, did feel very toy adverty, and no, I'm not using that to criticize the special. I'm not someone to complain about that. I understand that when I go into My Little Pony, I'm gonna get some toys advertised to me. My problem, however, is I'm not super confident we are gonna get toys of these things. Hasbro don't have the best track record. We still don't even have any Secrets of Starlight toys, do we? I don't think we have like an Allura or the Crystal Ponies or Comet or Violet or any toys from that special at all. And so to get another special thrown at us that has such good potential for toys, it makes me a little worried that we're not going to get any, because obviously the board trot is already a playset of its own, but also all the main 6 get new designs where they have these little cool braids in their hair, the ones that Destiny teaches Izzy how to make. But then also Izzy gets like 2 separate designs in this special, one where she has like a little crafting bag, the braid and everything, and then another one where the Nova Charm kind of gives like a rainbow mane. And it would be nice to see toys based off of both of these designs. It'd be cool if we got like little board trot like playsets where each pony had the braid in their hair, and then it also came with the board trot attraction that they're tied to, like Sunny's smoothie stand and everything. But I don't trust Hasbro. We'll certainly see. I hope we get those toys, and I hope they're very nice and high quality, especially as an Izzy fan. Although, honestly, even as an Izzy fan, I think Destiny is the one I'd like to see get a toy the most here, because I do really like Destiny's design. As someone who never really cared for the Seaponies in previous generations, I liked Destiny a lot, actually. And then, yeah, story-wise, the Nova Charm splitting was really interesting here. I don't know how permanent that's going to be. It looked pretty permanent in this special. Each part of the Nova Charm kind of powers a different attraction, and each character has a little attraction that's like assigned to them. So Sunny has a new and improved smoothie stand, which the way they introduce it and say that it's bigger and it kind of gives Sunny more room to try out even more new smoothies, makes me wonder how much of a replacement for Maritime Bay and the already existing places in that this board trot is going to be. Is this supposed to replace Sunny's smoothie cart or act like a new thing alongside it? Or is it going to be like many of the places we've seen throughout Gen 5 where we just don't really see it again? Like the little like movie filming set that Sunny made in one of the Make Your Mark chapters. I don't know if we're going to see the board trot back, but I hope we do a lot. I imagine we probably will, since that's kind of the point, the purpose the special serves, is to introduce the board trot. So I would like to see it more, and all of the different attractions. Misty's popcorn was the funniest one, because it does feel like they didn't really know what to give Misty, so Misty just gets popcorn. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I just thought it was very funny. And then yeah, we did get Allura again, and I'm not sure where they're going with Allura. I'm interested to see what they do with her. She seems very passive. She's very easily avoided in a lot of these Telltale episodes and specials because she doesn't really serve any kind of threat, even though she does get a decent amount of screen time here. So Allura's not like my favorite villain. I'm interested to see what kind of direction they're going to go with her in future. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the special, the BlockyWockies, or as I like to call it, Undefined. I think that's the better title. And if this goes well, and I have enough to talk about with a second special, I might make a video very much like this one when the second special releases. We'll see. I'm not necessarily committing to that, but let me know in the comments if you would like to see that. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, all that other usual stuff. Let me know your thoughts on the episode, and check out my other videos. I did a video essay recently about My Little Pony: A New Generation, so if you like this video, you'd probably like that one too. And I'll see you later with more videos in the future.